You know, a few people been hitting me up. They were like, Jazzy, I've been hearing the word 360 a lot. What is a 360 deal? Can you explain that to me? So, instead of me just getting on the phone and explaining it like I always do, I figure I explain it to the world. Once again, thanks for all the positive comments off the last YouTube information we put up. But anyway, 360 deals are pretty much the label raping you, going up in you with no Vaseline, really. Because back in the day, you know, it's certain things that we looked forward to as artists that the label wasn't entitled to. So being now that the record sales are at an all-time low and the labels are losing so much money, they come up with this other thing called 360. It sounds good, huh? But you know, if you know the business, a 360 deal, they're tying into things that they normally wouldn't be able to tie into. So basically, the label came up with 360 deals because of the record sales dwindling. They're terrible right now. The labels are losing so much money that now they want to tie into your show money, your merchandising, you know, your TV and motion picture, your digital. I mean, anything that generates money outside of album sales, the label wants almost everything that it takes for you to make money, and then they tell you that we're going to emphasize a little more on making you a star. When that's their job. When you sign a label, when you sign a record deal, that's their job to make money off you and make you a star. So they come up with the 360 deal. Now, what we have to understand as artists and as managers and as people that's looking out for your buddies' careers or whoever you want to call it, you have to understand that the label basically want to piss on you and tell you it's raindrops with these 360 deals. You know, they tell you we're going to focus more on putting you in movies, we're going to focus more on putting you on shows. Why? Because they're benefiting from it. Now, back in the day when we signed a record deal, you know, we knew it would take a while before we got that first check because the label has to recoup their money, you know. So we look forward to, you know, getting merchandise together. So when we go on tour, we have t-shirts, baseball caps, and all that. And that was our money. You know, they didn't have the thing called digital downloading and all that because the internet wasn't as popular as it is now. So what we have to understand is they want to tie into the very things that we looked forward to make our money. So I'm going to break down everything about a 360 deal. When you're offered a 360 deal, 9 times out of 10, that label is losing so much money off downloads and LimeWire that they came up with a new way to screw you. So what they did was, let's type up a 360 contract. And now all of a sudden the label wants to be more of a part of your career when they're supposed to be a part of your career from the jump. So what they do is deceive you to believing that these 360 deals are the deal. When in reality, if they kept it the old way, because they depended on record sales. How the record label kept their lights on selling records, sound scan. That was their main function. Now the record labels are not just functioning off record sales alone. You know, they coming up with, they call them Will Smith deals. They want artists that can do everything, you know, act, you know, sing. I mean, they want you to do everything so they can tie into it. Get you in a commercial, they want a deal. They want some of that money. So what we have to understand is we go back to value. If you bring value to a label, now just because you signed to a major label, should they have so much control over your career when you're going into the studio? Now, I know some guys that produce their own music, write their own lyrics. So basically, they're a one-man team. So why go to a major label and let them tie into so much of your career, you know, and then you do a couple of albums there, and they're entitled to things that they normally wouldn't be entitled to. 360 deals. So basically, they're being your producer because they want half of whatever's earned. And then not only that, You might as well say the record label is your managers now too, because they're going to put you in movies. They said that they're going to really look after your career. So just think if the 360 deal didn't exist, they would have had to do that anyway. So they deceive you into believing that a 360 deal is the deal. So the main thing is, if you want to know what a 360 deal is, just always remember that they want to tie into everything that you're doing. Should they be entitled to everything that you're doing because you signed to their label? No, you shouldn't. You know, it comes with a good manager, someone that knows how to negotiate deals and not let the label be so much of a part of your whole career. Your digital, once again, your merchandising, concert revenue, ringtones, you know, endorsement deals. Why tie them into that if you go to an independent label? All that's yours. We shouldn't focus so much on the major labels, because now if you have an independent, form an independent label or go independent, you're entitled to so much more than you would be entitled to at a major. So basically, the best thing to do if you're an up-and-coming artist, don't focus so much on signing with the majors, because the majors are, the labels say they're going to commit to promoting you. When that's their job, they're going to commit to promoting you, and they're going to try to put you on the leg of these tours. They're going to commit to promoting you and do more for you because they want you to generate more money as an artist, because they're entitled to more money once you sign the 360 rate me deal. 360 deal. So what we have to understand is, and they're going to benefit from it because they're counting on the artist now to pay all the bills with everything that you do. So when you do a show, they want some money. So when you sell your merchandise, whether it be baseball caps, t-shirts, whatever, anything with your name on it, they got a cut of that. Put you in a movie, they getting a cut of that. Endorsement deal, they're getting a cut of that. Your ringtones, they're getting a cut of that. So try to stay away from 360 deals. And if you're a manager, please negotiate where you benefit from them. You know, kill the 360 deal. You want to earn, you want to own more than what you want to give away. That's called good negotiating. But, you know, the label now, you know, it's like, now that the record sales and everything is dwindling and the industry is nowhere near what it used to be as far as record sales, they said, let's come up with some kind of way for us to make this money back. When artists have to stop focusing so much on signing major deals. If you put your business cap on and really look at the big picture, you know, instead of wasting money and buying jewelry, buying these cars, invest in your career in that project. You know, focus, set a goal. Don't go too crazy with it. Say, I got a goal to sell 50,000 records. You set a goal to sell 50,000 records, you should just focus on going independent with that. The independent label is the way to go. You go and you sign a major deal and you only selling 50 and 60,000 units, it would be smart to stay independent, because you would be forever in that major label's debt. Or you just sign there, there's no guarantee they're going to put you out, and you just sit there because they're thinking of right now they're trying to come up with a new blueprint on making money. Whether it be digital, whether it be really focusing on TV and motion pictures, they don't know what to do, they lost. So right now this independent game is the way to go. I know I'm going to get calls from my buddies at the major labels, but look, I'm a manager. I'm trying to focus on making money. When I take an artist to a major label, it's like they're there and then they'll sit there and there's no guarantee they're going to be, a record is going to be released. You know, unless we fight for a guaranteed release date clause. That's in the next episode. But first of all, right now, we have to understand that the 360 deal, I don't care how you put it, we are allowing them to be involved in things that they shouldn't and normally wouldn't be.